It's become pretty normal for the topic of Avatar: The Last Airbender, a 2005 animation series created by these guys, to naturally come up in conversation for me. Such conversations usually transpire with a setup that goes something like this. Hey, you should totally check out the show. It's really great. And a response that more or less resembles this.
You serious?
And this really saddens me because the more that I come to better understand this show and the masterful filmmaking behind it, the more that I come to believe that it deserves continual attention, appreciation, and acclaim. There are so many reasons why this show is worth watching that I could discuss it for hours, and I have. But what I really want to do here is take an in-depth look at how the writers of this show are able to carefully write characters in order to draw viewers into the drama, emotion, and lore of the story that they're trying to tell. While Avatar is a show that is exceptional in all areas of the cinematic form, with incredible environments, direction, animation, plot, and a score that supports all of these things so well, character is the true masterpiece of the series that makes it so good. There are three things that I would argue are essential to good character within a story. Three things which Avatar: The Last Airbender precisely captures and conveys pretty much perfectly. These things are personality,
Now, check this out.
motivation,
They've always treated me like I was hopeless. Is that why you became the blind bandit?
and development. I think that it should be stated now that I will be covering major story and character points during this video. So if you haven't seen it yet, I strongly encourage you to go out and watch this wonderful work of animation and come back later after you're done crying over how good it is. Everyone in this show has a goal. And for every character, that goal is ever so subtly established from the very first time we are introduced to them. And that subtlety is simply a testament to how good the writing is. The show begins by presenting a well-executed Lord of the Rings style narrated backstory sequence. Say that 5 times fast. That completely lays the foundations for the lore and the world. Directly following this opening, however, our first character introductions begin to stack so much more upon these foundations that were just set up. Unlike the 2010 movie though, it isn't just more exposition that is endlessly stacked upon itself. It's character. The opening lines of dialogue immediately give insight into one of the main protagonists, Sokka, and establish his entire arc from here forward.
It's not getting away from me this time. Watch and learn, Katara. This is how you catch a fish.
What does this tell you about Sokka's character? This is our introduction to Sokka, and here, in this first line of dialogue, it's impressed upon us that Sokka is A, cocky,
This is how you catch a fish.
B, looking to impress,
Watch and learn, Katara.
and C, persistent.
It's not getting away from me this time.
This is prime setup for his entire arc, and each of these traits is built upon and developed. We learn in time that this apparent cockiness and confidence of his actually comes from a lack of confidence in his own worth and masculinity, which is also further conveyed through his continuous sexism and need to be superior to females.
Leave it to a girl to screw things up.
We learn that as a result, he seeks out ways to give himself worth, and he thrives off of affirmation. In the opening line,
It's not getting away from me this time.
it is implied that this isn't the first time that Sokka has attempted to catch a fish and failed at it. This establishes his persistence in the pursuit of masculine worth. The story not only establishes these character flaws in Sokka, but it establishes them in a narrative that makes them understandable and even justifiable. After his mother is murdered by oppressors from a distant country, all of the men in his village suddenly go to war and leave him behind as the only young boy that isn't under 5 of his community. A huge weight is placed upon Sokka that is not only of insecurity, but also of responsibility, and a strikingly clear understanding of this responsibility. Now, to put this in perspective, it takes Sokka 2 full seasons to finally be able to begin to let go of his need to be deemed worthy by those around him. When asked by Master Piandao why he was worthy to be trained, Sokka kneels and responds,
The truth is, I don't know if I am worthy.
and even after he has been deemed worthy by a masculine superior, Sokka goes even farther in humility to confess his dishonesty and reject the honor that is being bestowed upon him, understanding that his own integrity is of so much more value after experiencing so much since he sat in a boat trying to catch a fish. All of this to his character, and I haven't even slightly referred to the fact that Sokka is the character who we, as the audience, love to laugh at. And sometimes we love to laugh with. But these moments of laughter are only so potent because we know that in all of them, this character has depth. The fact that he's the guy you would expect to crack jokes, in the light of his motivation, makes so much more sense as he can be considered as continually seeking approval through his jokes. So now, going back to the drawing board, we know that Sokka has development.
We won't be apart for too long this time. I promise.
Motivation, yep, that's there. And 3, personality. Would you look at that? We have a fully fleshed out character. As you can see from the very first opening lines of dialogue of this 26-hour epic, that this character is established perfectly in one moment. And so I think that this is a testament to the brilliant tool that the writers of the show use to bring the audience into the drama. They use a thing that I would like to call delicacy. And this is why some people might not understand what the appeal of the show is before actually sitting down and viewing it for themselves. Because you might be able to find these words in any other cartoon for kids, and it would be passed off as pretty useless in consideration of the whole of the narrative. But not in this show. This show carefully sets up each character through dialogue and action, and builds upon both of these things until the characters come to a new and often better place. This is why we care so much about each of these characters, because they are written with such delicate intention from episode 1 to 61.
You guys, it was so good finally getting to create a video about a show that I adore. I had a lot of fun creating this, and I'm really excited to continue releasing content in the future. I've been wanting to do this channel for a long time, and I'm super excited to finally get started with it. So if you enjoyed this video, why don't you give it a thumbs up, share it, all of the YouTube things that you're continually asked to do. Please do that on my video as well. I would really appreciate it, and it would help this video and this channel get a lot more attention, if it's getting any attention at all. So I don't know that, because this is my first video and I'm excited to see what happens. So I really appreciate you making it to the end of this video, and I'm excited to see what's next. So thanks guys, get ready for more videos soon.